Let me get this screen set up a little bit. Hold on a minute. Guess I'll get it set up like that. Can y'all see me? Hope y'all can see me. It's your man, Herbal Lover, coming live and direct from your mama's basement. You know how I do. Your mama let me up from where I was at. You know what I'm saying? Now, the Lakers played the Memphis Grizzlies. Y'all know the deal. The Lakers won 4 in a row. They played the Memphis Grizzlies, a team that's actually doing pretty good. I mean, let's be honest. They were doing pretty good. Even when Ja Morant wasn't there, they had, I think, a 7-game win streak or something like that. They're starting to find who they are as a team. And the Lakers, I mean, when you watch this game, if you actually watch this game, the Lakers actually was in the whole game until like the beginning of the first half. Then they start to, Memphis started to pull away. Now, when you look at the score, for those that didn't watch the game, you would think that, man, the Lakers were close in it. Actually, to be honest with you, Lakers were getting blown out until like the 5-minute mark in the fourth quarter, like 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And they brought their bench in, and their bench came in led by Reeves, Austin Reeves, and they actually were able to, to actually get close to the point where they were only down by like what, I think 5 or 6 or something like that. And to be honest with you, I think that, even though it was like at the time, I think Austin Reeves, when he actually dribbled the ball to the basket and got blocked, I think they were probably down by 6. It might be 6. I think it was, like I said, 5 or 6. But I think they could have actually had opportunity to pull that game away. As crazy as it is, but I think they had a chance to win it. It was to the point where Memphis coach decided to bring his starters back in. And if Austin Reeves would have decided, well, Austin Reeves, whoever was out there, because they brought Ellington out there too. If one of the guys hit a 3, and Ja Morant, he went down there to shoot a 3 and it bounced off. Just imagine, we probably had a chance to win the game. But I would say this, and I know a lot of you fans, man, like I told y'all, I'm critiquing about everybody. Let's talk about Westbrook first and foremost. Westbrook, the turnovers went down. But I think the confidence is gone. I mean, straight gone. I think because, see, this is one thing I tell people like this, like, these players are emotional. They allow the media and the fan base to get into their heads psychologically. He's messed up mentally, psychologically. He's not playing He's not playing as the Westbrook. Like I told people, when you picked up Westbrook, he's erratic. He's 110% up and down the court. Now, even though his turnovers been down, but he's not doing nothing effectively. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it real. He's not doing nothing effectively at all. And to be honest with you, I prefer the up and down Westbrook, the Westbrook. Go play your game type Westbrook. I don't mind him having a lot of turnovers. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't. I don't mind having turnovers because in reality, as a coach, you should better know how to coach your players through certain events. For instance, if Westbrook turned the ball over, sit him down. Bring somebody else in. Let him calm down, get back in the game, let him get going. But because Westbrook's game has changed, he's not even effective at all. I mean, I'm just going to keep it real with you. He's just out there. And the sad thing, I know a lot of fans, they beat up on Westbrook all day, beat up on him because of who he is and all that. And I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I don't care if y'all told you. I don't care if y'all get mad. I don't care if y'all come to LeBron James' defense. But I'm going to say it and I'm going to keep on saying it because a lot of y'all are so biased. And I'm going to be honest. Like I said before, if you're going to beat up on Westbrook, you need to beat up on LeBron James too. LeBron James, and I have to constantly keep saying this, the Lakers front office was looking for Westbrook. LeBron James went looking for Westbrook. Him and Davis. They went out to eat with Westbrook and decided to bring Westbrook here. Well, decided to encourage Westbrook to come here. They went to the front office. Like I said, once LeBron James won that championship, there was no more Jeannie Buss sitting down and saying this is a bust-led organization. Because once he got that championship, it's green lights now. You know what I mean? LeBron can do whatever he want now. And I'm not, and I'm going to tell y'all something. One thing I will say about LeBron James, I respect him. And I'm going to tell you why I respect him. Even though I know he might make some bad decisions of, personnel as in players that come to the team and all that. I respect him because in reality of it, if you really think about it, going back from the time of Cleveland, after he won the championship in Miami, and went back to Cleveland, and then came to L.A., have you ever noticed that LeBron is looking out for a lot of guys that most teams ignore? Most teams ignore, or most teams, basically, say they're a shadow of himself and all that. I mean, look at the Cleveland Cavaliers when he brought all them guys with there, IT, Rose, and all them guys. And I know people say, well, he got a stacked team. Actually, he was looking out for a lot of them. Probably try to help him win a ring. I don't know. I think he's, to me personally, I just think he's, I don't know him personally, but I think that the ones around him, he must be a cool dude. Got to be cool. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to be up LeBron. LeBron still dropped 35 points. I feel bad for him, but at the same time, he caused this situation. You know, and like I said, you look at the stats, you be like, man, you know, they was in the game, but really they wasn't. They were getting blown out, man. And I think the biggest thing with the Lakers is going to always be that small ball. It's going to be that small ball. At the end of the day, you know, there was a couple plays where you seen LeBron James on offense, tremendous. Defense, every once in a while, you see him just stagnant. The other players, they ain't show up. Ain't nobody show up. Nobody show up. THT had a good start. Then he just went back to Westbrook's son. You know, started turning the ball over, making bad decisions in the paint and all that. Went back to his old ways. I already tell you, Westbrook just a shallow himself. He ain't do anything. I think Westbrook really need to. Westbrook is an up-tempo type of point guard. He's not really a half-court point guard. And this is the biggest thing. Another biggest thing about the Lakers is they do not get out on a break and run. They do all that half-court set. What you're doing is you're allowing the defense to actually acknowledge what you're doing and be able to set up. That's why that's why I tell people like this: when a defensive team grabs a rebound and they outrun it, they're not giving the opponents time to set up. And that's another thing that hurt the Lakers, because all Memphis was doing was basically attacking the basket. Every team we done played since we done ran small ball, every last one of them, all they do is try to work from the inside out. Establish the inside game, and then once you establish the inside game, it opens up the perimeter. It opens up the perimeter, and that's all they've been doing. I mean, at the end of the day, that's all they've been doing. We go to the box scores. You know what I'm saying? It's sad to look at. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, Johnson, I'm not looking for him to score. Defensive-wise, that's all he's there for. He only played 13 minutes. He didn't do nothing this game, to be honest with you. He wasn't doing nothing. LeBron James, I know a lot. Like I said, he scored 35 points, but he got a minus 30, bro. He has the biggest minus on that whole team. And I know y'all say, well, Westbrook ain't nobody score. He had the biggest minus 30. And I tell y'all why he had the biggest minus 30. For the simple fact, like I told people, they're going in the paint, scoring on him at will. It is frustrating them. You know, these guys are taking it to LeBron. They're taking it right to LeBron. They're showing LeBron they're not scared. They're coming right at him. I don't care how big LeBron is. And there's many plays where LeBron James would just stand there and not attempt to even, block a shot or put his hands up. He would just stand there. I'm going to go through all these bums. I'm going to call him a bum, today. I'm just criticizing him. Still love him. I ain't telling trade nobody, nothing like that. It is what it is. Westbrook's here, hey, it is what it is. Anyway, Bradley had a poor game, and I don't expect Bradley to have a good game every game, because he's in there for just defensive purposes. And to be honest with you, he actually shut Ja Morant down at the beginning, played pretty good defense on him. And this is another thing that people got to understand too. If you play the game of basketball, and if you're playing a bunch of old guys against a bunch of young guys, and don't get me wrong, because some old guys can outrun some of these young guys. Let's keep it real. But if you get a team that just run on offense. When you on offense, because you're chasing around so much, on offense, you too damn tired. You're not going to do nothing. And if I tell people, LeBron James is very smart, IQ-wise. He don't play defense every possession. He conserves his energy for offense. Y'all want to believe me? Like I said, I'm not biased. Just look at the game. I don't deal with biased people. I'm sorry. I'm just going to keep it real. He conserves his energy, certain possessions, to be able to score on offense. And these guys, if you've seen the other players, all are running around chasing these players, chasing these Memphis players. They tired. So when you look for them to score, they worn out, they tired. But also you got to look at the coach. If your players are not doing anything, you make changes within the rotation. You don't sit there and let these guys get beat out of the freaking gym and you don't do anything. You just sit there and let them get beat, and then you decide to bring Dwight in after they're up by 20-something points. That's disrespectful to somebody who's our best defender since Davis is out, who clogs up the paint. You bring him over 20-something minutes in, then you think he's going to go in there and be motivated to play? Hell no, that's disrespectful, man. That's totally disrespectful. Like you bringing him in doing trash pickup. Totally disrespectful. But anyway, go back to these Lakers. Johnson ain't do nothing. He played pretty good defense, but he was minus 11. He came in doing the last part. Anyway, Westbrook, you already know. Look, 2 for 12, can't hit the shot, confidence shot. 0 for 1 behind the arc. He did his free throws. He had 1 offensive board. He had 7 rebounds, 6 assists, no turnovers. Now, I know people will love this Westbrook. I don't. This Westbrook is I don't even want to say the word. S-H-I, you know what I'm talking about. This Westbrook, I don't like this Westbrook. I'm sorry, I'd rather for that Westbrook to go up there, average 18 points, 15, at least 15 points. Be more engaged in the offense. You know, be engaged. You know what I'm saying? It's just like he's just trying to, he's not having no confidence in his jump shot. He's trying to attack the basket. He's getting blocked. You know, the paint is getting clogged up because him and LeBron have similar games. Just LeBron is a better shooter than him. And he just ain't finishing around the basket. He got to play his game. LeBron James did have 6 offensive rebounds. LeBron was like the only person out there. I gotta respect him for what he did. Like I said, he had 6 offensive rebounds, and that was like, you know, he was basically, it was a play where he had missed the layup, then he went back, missed the layup, and he got back. So in that sequence alone was two rebounds right there. But he tried. I mean, you know, but I think, like I said, Memphis got into his head, man. It's frustrated, LeBron. You can see he was frustrated. And I don't even want to talk about the Haynes situation, but he was frustrated, man. But like I said, you know, he had, you know, 7 assists, 9 rebounds, 6 offensive. He had 35 points. Nobody else showed up. Let's be honest. Malik Monk had a bad game. But like I said, you chasing these guys around. And Malik Monk is due for a bad game. The guy had 20-some points every game. But the sad part is, it goes down to coaching. I'm not even knocking LeBron on this, man. LeBron did what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we know LeBron 37 years old. We don't expect LeBron to play every possession. You know what I mean? He's conservative energy, which I don't mind. But the point is, if you're going to do that, you got to have defensive players around him. With Bradley and Johnson, pretty cool. But I can see this happening with Davis. Davis now will probably set off this small ball rotation because now you got somebody to help LeBron James out. You know what I mean? That can come over on the weak side and block shots and also help claw the paint up when it's needed, depending on the matchups or whatever. But Monk 3 for 13, 1 for 3, bad game. 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He did have 3 blocks, though. You got to, like I said, defensive-wise, these guys played pretty good. He had 3 turnovers, but like I said, there was no offense, and they could just not stop Memphis, man. Brad, like I told him, he was 1 for 5 behind the arc, 2 for 10. None of them guys were hitting nothing, man. It was just LeBron. He's the only offense that they had, and these guys, like I said, you chasing the Memphis around all day, you tired. When you get on offense, you don't have the energy to score. You have nothing under your legs because you're chasing these dudes around all the time. That's why, as a coach, you have to acknowledge that and say, okay, let's change some of this rotation out. If the guys are not giving you nothing, you got a whole bench sitting there of players that can score. And the sad part is, when they came in, even though they came in against Memphis' second unit, but when they came in, these guys went on a tear. If you think about it, if they would have made changes within the game early, things have been a lot different. But this coach, I know a lot of y'all try to, he won a championship. Now screw that bull crap, man. I tell y'all over and over again, man. Lakers run a championship during a bubble when most guys wasn't mentally there because of the freaking, the seed was out there. So because the seed, these guys were worried more about their family than worried about winning the championship. Only a selfish individual is so concerned about the Lakers winning the championship, knowing that people are dying and you don't even care. You're just selfish. And that's why I try to tell people, kudos to the Lakers. They won a championship, and at the end of the day, man, but let's be honest, a lot of these teams checked out mentally. They were not there. So I'm not giving Vogel that thing and so he won a championship. No, LeBron and Davis won that championship. And at the end of the day, man, like I said, they played the Miami Heat. You know, a team that shouldn't even been there. Let's be honest. I mean, not nobody against the Miami Heat, but they ain't supposed to be there, man. I really hoping the Celtics be there. I'm just gonna keep it real. But anyway, Carmelo Anthony, dead, 2 for 8, 0 for 4. Ain't really do nothing, man. I mean, Trevor Ariza, 18 points. He came in doing, when they made that run, when they made that push. Him, Bazemore, Jordan. It was him, Bazemore, Jordan, Ellington, and Reeves. They all came in. Horton Tucker, he started off hot, just fizzled away, man. Went back to his old ways. Reeves was actually doing pretty good, man. He was, Ken Bazemore had a steal. Reeves went in and went to the basket. Got an N1. They made a quick run. Like I said, they had a chance to come back. But I think that at the end of the day, forget LeBron, forget everybody else, Vogel should have made some changes within the lineup, but he didn't. You bring Dwight Howard, like I said, with 20-something minutes to go and expect him to play, tremendous basketball. Nah, man, you mess with him mentally, man. Howard wasn't even in the game. You can see Howard. Howard wasn't even, don't get me wrong, he was rebounding. But just, if you watch Howard when he's involved in the offense, when he's getting playing time. Watch how he played compared to how he played when he getting there for like 3 or 4 minutes. He already checked out, man. He's not even mentally there. And I know people say, well, he get paid, he get paid. Man, that's at the end of the day, yo, I don't care if you get paid or not. The point is, it's disrespectful. You don't bring nobody in, man, when you're getting blown up by 20-some point. Now you want to help stop the bleeding. You should have, when Memphis went up like 8 points or whatever, that's when you supposed to make changes. When you see that your team wasn't doing nothing and only LeBron was scoring, you supposed to bring somebody there to help LeBron. There's people on the bench that could have probably played and did more. Some guys just don't have it that night. and you're getting killed on offense, on defense. So why not bring in Reeves and Ellington and Howard early? Even Bazemore. You know, he ain't scoring nothing, but sucks. He played a couple defense. He had a couple defense. But the point is, I would have made some changes. And the Lakers didn't do anything. Didn't do any changes, man. They just, you know, the coaches sit there and just watch them bleed. You know what I'm saying? And then you go to Grizzlies. The dude Jackson, man, he had like 6 blocks, dude. All they were doing, like I tell you, all they were doing was attacking the paint. That's all they were doing, man. Attacking the paint. Like I said, excuse me, Ja Morant ain't really do nothing because, like I said, Bradley had him D'd up. Now, I'd have kept Bradley on Morant, but everybody else I'd have rotated out. Like, fans, I would have took Monk out and brought Ellington in. You know what I'm saying? I'd have did all that. I would have made some moves, man. I'd have made some moves. I'd have actually put Dwight Howard in to control the paint. I mean, if we're getting killed in the inside, and you see that they're going inside and they're beating you up in the inside, you got to make some changes. You have to make some changes. Like I said, the only sung hero is LeBron James. He did, like I said, had 6 offensive rebounds. Jackson had 4 offensive rebounds. He went up with 12 rebounds. Anderson had 7. Morant had only 5, 4, 2, and then, you know, you go down there. But they were like all pluses because they were just running the Lakers, and the Lakers were just tired. They could not keep up with them. That's why I say you got to change some of your players, man. You know, you got to mix it up a little bit, and the Lakers are terrible at fast breaks, yo. All this slow the ball down, setting up. No, man. Run the ball. Only time, I'm going to tell you something. The only time to see the Lakers win a fast break is when you, like, if you see one individual. Like LeBron James, he might grab the rebound and just go coast to coast. Or Malik Monk coast to coast or something like that. But they're not actually running where they're throwing a lob up or somebody running with them and they're making the game fun. You know what I mean? It's like every point is like a work point. Like they working for every bucket. It should not be like that, man. And after a while, over the course of time, the wear and tear start to kick in, you're going to get tired. And how long will LeBron James continue to hold up like that? I'm just going to keep it real. How long would he continue to hold up like that? So, yeah, Anderson, like I said, he had 14 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Like I said, they were killing in there, man. Morant, you know, he had 16. Like I said, he didn't really do too much. Baines was the, you know, the man of the hour. Banging it, bang, 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 bang. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't really do too much. He only had 23 points. It's just that he built this confidence when he got that layup on LeBron. And, you know, and I'm not getting to that push and all that stuff. But he took it to LeBron. LeBron, you know, gave it back to him. Said, don't, you know, whatever it is that they're arguing about. But the point is, like I said, they just ran the Lakers, man. They ran them. Then you had the dude Clark off the bench and the dude Contra off the bench, man. But like I said, the whole thing about Memphis was to establish the inside-outside game. And that's what they did. Once they established that, they just ran the Lakers. That was it. But anyway, I don't want to beat up on the Lakers. Like I said, they just got to, you know, regroup. I'd rather see the old Westbrook. I'm sorry. If he got 5 or 6 turnovers, I don't give a hell. I'd rather for him to score, man, or attack the basket, do something, but not stand around and just be out there. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to play like that, then you might well just bring in, you know, just sit him and bring Trevor Ariza in or something. You know what I'm saying? Run Trevor Ariza and Johnson and run Monk and Bradley backcourt. But you got, you know, the man making a certain amount of money. You can't sit him on the bench. But anyway, let's get to the field goal. Because like I said, you know, if we won 4 in a row, we beat the teams we supposed to beat. We could have beat the Memphis Grizzlies, man. Like I said, only one showed up was LeBron James. Nobody else showed up. But like I said, when you chasing the defense, the offense around all day on defense, when you get on offense, you're going to be tired. How I know? Because I used to play defense. And when the score, all I do is just pass, rebound, block shots, and do stuff like that. So I know, you know what I'm saying, you be tired. You know, for anybody that played basketball, let me tell you something. Here's the thing for those that watch this video up to this point. Reggie Miller is a prime example of somebody chasing somebody around all freaking day, and then when they get on offense, they tired. Because Reggie Miller, all Reggie Miller do was run around. And if you're a defensive player, you got to follow him every way around because he's one of them catch and shoot type of guards. So you chasing him around all day, and then when you get on offense, you tired. You don't believe me? Go look at some of the videos on YouTube. They talk about Reggie Miller, bro, chasing him around. Reggie Miller's to make players tired. And that's what Memphis doing. They would just have you running around chasing them. They were doing fast breaks. But anyway, let me get to this. Memphis shot 54% from the field. We shot 46%. 3 points. They was 11 for 30. We were 14 for 33. We shot 42%. They shot 36%. Most of our points came towards the end when we made that run. Free throw, though I say, when you look at this, it's kind of off because in reality of it, we were getting blown out. So it looked like it was closer than what it was, but it really wasn't. Free throws, Memphis was 22 for 32. They went to the free throw line a lot because while they're attacking the basket, they're drawing fouls. We barely attack the basket. All we do is sit around and try to shoot threes. Now we shot 15 for 19, set 8%. Rebound, like I said, based on the fact LeBron James was like the only real major rebound on our team with 6 offensive boards. So if you think about it, if you take away LeBron's 6 offensive boards, we actually got murdered on the boards. They had 11 to our 14, like I said, with LeBron James doing his thing. They had 37 rebounds, 37 on defense. We only had 27. So they were basically preventing us from grabbing defensive rebounds. And on top of that, they control the offensive rebound aspect as well. That's why they blew us out, because they were getting a lot of second chance points. Now assists, 33 to 26, not that bad. Steals, they had 10 to our 6. Blocks, they had 10 to our 7. You know, it was a block fest with them. Turnovers, 14 to 12. Points off turnovers, we scored 11. They scored 19 off points off turnovers. So like I said, we scored wait a minute, what was that? Yeah. So fast break points, they had 25 to our 10. All they were doing is running. If you people fail to realize, fast break in basketball is like you doing no huddles in football. You don't get the defense time to set up. You just get the ball and you out running. They don't give them time to set up. And remember, the Lakers got a bunch of old guys, so they're not setting up quick enough. That's why they got them young guys up there to hope that they can, contain them. But I just think that at the end of the day, they should have gave LeBron James some help. If the guys were struggling, they should have brought somebody there. They should have brought Dwight Howard up there to call the paint up. Let LeBron James go to small forward, put Carmelo at power forward, whatever. And got some players up there to basically help him out, man, scoring-wise. But they, Vogel ain't do anything. Points in the paint, they had 62 to our 56. Like I said, it's not what you see, because in reality, the Lakers were getting killed in the paint. Because I think in the first half, Memphis had like 30-something points in the paint. And like I said, they established themselves in the paint and they worked from the inside out. So they were actually controlling, the offensive floor of the game. Fouls and all that. Largely, Memphis had 29 point lead. So that's the thing at the end of the day, man. Like I said, Vogel have to acknowledge when we got to change our lineup up, man. You cannot continue to ride the lineup and think that it's going to help. You can't sit there and expect LeBron James to save you all day. You can't do that. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if you're mad at LeBron because LeBron brought Westbrook in and is messing your team up or whatever. You want LeBron to feel the pain. I don't know, but you got to make some changes, man. When you see a team running on you and they killing you in the paint, you got to make some changes. The two biggest things that helped Memphis was fast break points and in the paint points. And the Lakers, like I said, you run that small ball with LeBron James. LeBron James is not known to be physical down low. And these teams are taking it to him. And then you got a couple other stronger teams about to come. And, at the end of the day, you got to play Dwight Howard, man. And also, I say this and I'm going to let y'all go. You got to run some plays for Dwight Howard, too. LeBron James gave him a lob. You saw how happy he was when he caught that lob? Look, if y'all go back and watch those games, watch every game that Dwight Howard was in. Every game Dwight Howard was in. Look how deep he be inside the paint, throwing his hands up on these little dudes, yo. And they don't even acknowledge him, yo. They don't even pass him the rock. They only pass him the rock. Like, they don't want to shoot threes, yo. It irritates the heck out of me. Dwight Howard was established in the paint, deep in the paint. That's why he be getting them daggone the 3-second calls on him. He be so established in the paint, they don't acknowledge him. Just give it to him and let him go up. Yo, people act like this. People act like Dwight Howard's DeAndre Jordan. Dwight Howard can give you 15 to 15 if you get him involved. I'm going to tell you like this. I'm really going to let you go. I think Dwight Howard played good with Westbrook. Westbrook is used to playing with centers where he basically attacked the basket, draw the double team, and he kick it out to the center for a layup. That's all. That's how Adam was getting his points with Westbrook. I think that Vogel need to go back, look at some tapes of old tapes of OKC when Westbrook and Adams were playing and utilize that with Westbrook and Dwight Howard. You know what I mean? Like, straight up, man, you got to get your big mans involved, because if you don't use your big man, then you want him to come in at the last minute and try to help the game. No, man, they're not going to play hard, man. And that's anybody. I don't care who you are, man. You got a small portion of people that don't mind getting there because they happy, you know what I mean? But then you got players who got egos, man. Like, nah, man, I'm way better than this, bro. You ain't even playing me. And then you sit on the bench watching it getting killed in the inside. You like, yo, I'm 7 feet, yo. I'm 7 feet, yo. I know I can block and rebound, yo. Like, dang, yo, you ain't gonna let me get in the game. I know it's messing with him mentally. But anyway, it's your man, Urban Lover. Like, share, Sky, get in the comment section. I know some of y'all gonna come out there and say, Urban, you always talking about LeBron. You always talking about LeBron. LeBron did this, LeBron did that. Listen, it's all good, man. Like I said before, I just critique players. I love LeBron. I love all these players, man. I have no hatred in my heart for nobody, period, at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man of love. If you don't know that by now, I'm going back in your mama's basement.